How's it going, everybody? JP back at you once again with another review here on Body Bags. I believe it is week number 83. The theme this week is 70s horror, which is a great decade for horror, so why not do a theme and cover some 70s films? The film that I chose this week is actually one that is a first time viewing for me, and it is a film by the title of The Town That Dreaded Sundown from the year 1976. I've always loved the title of this film. Kind of reminded me of something, vampire-ish, but it's actually not. This is kind of a prototype slasher. Uh, and what that is to me is a film that came before Halloween, because Halloween kind of established and set in concrete a mold for slasher films, and this is kind of a film that might have influenced or gave a little nudge to a film like Halloween to kind of really establish the slasher genre, because this one's kind of set up with the serial killer. Let's get into the plot a little bit. So it starts out in the 40s, and there is a couple that is attacked late one night. They're kind of parked in their car, doing sort of coupley things, and they are attacked by a hooded killer that you see on the cover here. And as the film moves along, we have a group of sheriffs, detectives, local police who are just completely stumped to who this guy is. He starts killing more people, and it's set in this town in between like Texas and Arkansas called Texarkana, and it's kind of a interesting film because it uses this almost like documentary style to it, where there's a narration. It kind of reminds me of something like Deranged or something along the lines of that, where we're kind of being narrated through the story, almost documentary style, like a dramatization of the events that happened. And the filmmaker actually directed The Legend of Boggy Creek, which is kind of used in the same style. I think this film was done a little bit better than that one. So I don't love this one. Surprisingly, I thought I was gonna like it a little bit more than I ended up liking it. I do think it's really good. It's a good time. It's slow at times, and there's this weird sort of offbeat comedy throughout with the cops. I kind of liken it to something along the lines of Last House on the Left. It's not as in your face and silly, but there's definitely sort of this, one cop who's kind of like a idiot, kind of like bumbling a little bit, and it's just I don't really think that it like fits per se, and it doesn't hurt it that much because it's only in portions of the film. The film does kind of deliver in its terror, I guess, because the killer is kind of scary. He is it's Baghead Jason, pretty much. I mean, it was done before Friday the 13th Part 2, obviously, but it gives you that vibe. It's interesting because you're like really just not knowing who the killer is at all, and there's some like red herrings and stuff like that. And I was kind of happy the way that it all kind of played out, but it did feel kind of it felt like there was a bit of time wasted. And I think that because this film is based on a real life event in a real town, which I believe was even an actual town, Texarkana or whatever. And I feel like maybe if they would, I know that they fumbled with the story and facts a little bit in the film, but I feel like if they would have maybe threw in a few more murders, or a little bit more close calls, or a little bit more interaction with the police and the killer, it might have made it more entertaining. But at the same time, because there is no interaction, you really do get the sense that the police are just completely stumped in the case. But I almost wish there would have been some more investigation scenes or something to kind of move the plot along a little bit. Anyway, I did enjoy it. I didn't love it. I give it about a 6.5 out of 10. And I'll see you guys next time with another review. Peace.